Good evening, and welcome to tonight's 2010 Rice Lake Mayoral debate between Dan Fitzgerald and Romaine Quinn. Tonight's debate will be moderated by Ken Danucci of WJMC News Radio. I'm Eric Casper, an assistant professor of political science here at UW-Barron County, and on behalf of the campus, I'd like to thank you all for coming here this evening. Tonight's debate will have the following format. Each candidate will be allowed an opening statement of up to 2 minutes, and at the end of the night, each candidate will have a closing statement of up to 2 minutes. In between, we'll have a number of questions, some of which have been written by Ken Danucci ahead of time, and many of which have been submitted by the audience members here this evening. The format for the questioning will be as follows. For each question, one candidate will be allowed to answer first, and that candidate will have up to 2 minutes to respond to the question. Thereafter, on the same question, the other candidate will be allowed up to 1 minute of rebuttal, and then the initial person who was asked the question will be allowed up to 30 seconds to respond to that rebuttal. So for each question, the person who has asked it and answers it first will also answer last. A few comments here before we get started for the audience. I would ask that everyone please remain silent this evening so that those who are here in the audience listening, as well as those who are listening on WJMC News Radio and those who are watching on Rice Lake Public Access have a chance to hear from the candidates, not from the audience members. And finally, as was agreed to by both campaigns ahead of time, no display of signs will be allowed in the theater this evening. So with that, I will thank you all once again for coming, and I'll turn it over to our moderator this evening, Mr. Ken Danucci.
All right, thank you very much, Eric, and welcome to you all. We're glad to see such a nice turnout here. I think both candidates will agree that there's an interest in this race, right?
That's for sure.
Okay, and we have Dan Fitzgerald on my right, Romaine Quinn on my left, and Dan will answer or have the first part of the first question. There was a coin flip earlier, and Dan was either the winner or the loser, I'm not sure. He gets to go first at any rate. And our first question for this part, oh, that's right, we got to do that first. Okay, yeah, I wasn't going to let you guys talk. But okay, all right, and opening statements, that's right. You have a couple of minutes to do that, so let her go.
All right, great. Thank you everybody for coming tonight. My name is Dan Fitzgerald. I've been mayor here for 2 years. I'm seeking re-election at this time and ask for your vote on April 6th. In this short time, I hope to explain to you why you should vote for me. I've been a resident of Rice Lake for 23 years, and I've lived in the Rice Lake area since 1975. I've been married to Bunny Fitzgerald. We will celebrate our 42nd anniversary this year. We have 2 sons who are married. We have 4 grandchildren. I'm retired after 38 years from the insurance industry, where I managed multiple claims offices in multiple states. I've also had to manage multi-million-dollar budgets in that business. I'm also retired from the Wisconsin National Guard, proudly serving for 29 years and retiring as a first sergeant from the Rice Lake unit. I've also worked part-time for 33 years in law enforcement. As you can see, I've been busy. I've also served on the Rice Lake City Council for 5 years before being appointed mayor, before being elected your mayor 2 years ago. As you can see, I like being involved, and I pledge to you if re-elected, I will continue to be involved. I have the time, the energy, and the professionalism to be your mayor. When someone calls and wants to meet with the mayor, I will be there. I have the experience to sit down with businessmen, attorneys, investors, citizens, and all the employees of the city to make Rice Lake the place they want to do business and live. I am now retired, as I stated, and I have the time and the energy to be your next mayor. Thank you.
All right, that's Dan Fitzgerald. Romaine Quinn, 2 minutes for opening statement.
Good evening. Thank you for coming. My name is Romaine Quinn. I'm 19 years old and I'm a lifelong resident of Rice Lake. When I was 18, even before, I began to see problems and issues arising in the city that I did not agree with. Last spring, I was the top vote getter in the council elections and have been honored to serve as your council representative ever since. I come before you tonight again, still concerned about our city. As a council member, I have observed and learned, and much of what I observed, I still dislike. I believe we need a change. I believe we need an open and honest leadership. A leadership that not only is proud to serve, but a leadership that realizes he is no better than anyone else in this town. It is time for a compassionate leadership and one that is sensitive to the situations of all people. I hope that after tonight I can dispel some of the rumors, help you to better understand where I am on the issues, and again, gain your support and vote.